Seems like much of my life has been avoiding the routines and cycles of the illusion that this material world is our home and a place to settle in and build a life and enjoy, and then the body gets old and the body dies and there's no real thought to it. Like I've always resisted that premise, and now that I'm eating essentially raw fruit, it's like another death, you know? It's like another distance from society, like looking around at all these fast food places and just people eating these like extravagant high caloric meals. It's just another distance, you know, cutting off of sugar, cutting off of salt and oil. It's just another separation. But I mean, that's what's required, because the deeper you get into material lust, then the more misery there is. It's compounded. So I'm trying to stay as simple as possible so I can really connect with the truth. And they say it's lonely at the top. It's not lonely at the top when you have a relationship with God. And in order to get there, it requires discipline. The lack of discipline is essentially the pity party I keep talking about, where you don't want to do what you know you need to do because for whatever reason it's not, you know, comfortable or convenient. And so when we neglect these points of discipline, it actually brings us further away from God. I keep saying God. I'm just going to start saying Krishna. Krishna is so much nicer. Krishna means all attractive in Sanskrit. So it's a name for a person who has attractive qualities. You know, the absolute truth. The logic of the absolute truth is that God, good, must be a person as well as an impersonal force simultaneously. So this person named Krishna is there for us, but we're separated by layers of distraction and addiction to material life and control and power. And so the root of discipline is disciple, and the root of disciple is desere, which means to learn. So what learning means is following the will of Krishna. Krishna is trying to teach us something. Krishna is trying to keep us connected in real love, and that's the most important thing to learn. So the way that we learn that is by listening and executing, and that's where discipline comes in. Desiring to learn and perform on what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to do it. We don't have to. We come to this world because we don't want to. But we need love, and so Krishna knows that. So we're not supposed to follow his will necessarily, but it's better for us because we're satisfied, because we have love. So that's my little meditation this morning, is that discipline is a moment-to-moment action. It's constant. It's an assessment of what am I doing and who am I doing it for. Am I consuming toxins? Am I participating in toxins? Or am I participating in growth and beauty and health? So yeah, it's like a second-to-second thing. And that's why the schedule is so handy and alarms are so handy. It's because they keep you situated back into reality, back into like the true form, because all of this is just like a massive illusion. Like we build it up to think that we're gonna find some sort of joy, but there's always fear of death, there's always fear of loss, there's always fear because we don't have something and we need it. So back to learning, the work will show you how to do it, you know. So if you listen carefully into the heart and you execute, whether you feel like it or not, or want to or not, ignore all the excuses, then you get closer to Krishna. And it gets easier and easier, and the mysteries are revealed, because Krishna is very sweet and he doesn't force himself on anyone. So once you prove that you're sincere and you prove that you really want a relationship, then he reveals himself more and more. But if you're not able to execute basic discipline and show that you're interested, then he's going to stay away, and you're going to live in this kind of construct, this fake construct. So part of discipline is the meditation every morning. It's maybe the offering. You're going to sing a nice song to Krishna, or offer him some fruit or something. Maybe read some scripture, some Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. So if you're not disciplined, these are the things that you're going to put off because you don't really want it, you know. So with discipline, you have to face the things that you know are the best for you, but you're running away from because you're fearful that they're not going to really satisfy you, or because you're envious and you want to try to control the world. So either way, you've got to come to responsibility with like what you're doing and where you're at, and discipline is the way to do that. So I suggest getting a Google Calendar, digital calendar, and setting up your week visually and trying to snap to it as much as possible, and record what you ended up doing, so that at the end of the week you can look and be like, whoa, like I spent 20 hours on Netflix. What? That's a lot. What could I have done with 20 hours? What kind of business could I have made with 20 hours of work? You know, so these are the sort of things that like you start to realize, and then it's more clear. It's super clear. Like if you just watch Netflix all week, it's like whatever. It's not something you think about. But when you qualify it at like 20 hours or 22 and a half hours, it's like, whoa, like this is something I'm deciding to do. This is something significant that I'm deciding to do. And I'm not getting anything out of it necessarily. And how much more could I help people if I put this time and energy into something more selfless? So it's just about like acute accountability, and the more a person desires to help people, then the more they cut out selfish activities, you know. So it's all a choice, you know. Free will is why we're here in the first place. So just a matter of like deciding what we really want and how much we care about other people. So yeah, it's all a choice. So I'm here in Target, and I want to do a little side note of how Krishna communicates with us externally and provides external answers for when we're praying, right? So this morning I was really meditating on like my discipline and my dharma and my role, and coming to Target, and boom, art class. So it's just a little message from the Great One. So I really want to put together some online modules and eventually create my own little school. So it's kind of a cool confirmation. So if you build it, they will come, and if you listen, you will hear. So have a great day.